Hey buddy, it's Mike here. Today we're talking about Highguard, and if you don't know, it's basically another hero shooter. It was announced in the Game Awards by Jeff Keighley, and there was like quite a bit of hype for it. There's a lot of skepticism involved, and there's a lot of negativity. And I don't want to just bash this game. I wanted to give it a fair shot. And even after the Game Awards presentation, this game's absolutely getting a lot of hate and backlash just because it just, from the looks of it, it didn't have that uniqueness that we're looking for in a hero shooter. So basically, it's like a hero shooter. But it's a MOBA. So think like Fortnite, Overwatch, but it's like a MOBA. So you have like to defend your base and attack. And it's the idea of it on paper sounds very interesting. Going on mounts. It's fun to go on the mounts and stuff like that. But what didn't work? So the pacing feels off. So you only have 6 players per map, and these maps are freaking huge. Like you'll definitely need your mount to have any luck of seeing anyone, and you'll be running around, and the pacing is very off. You'll have parts of the match where it's very high paced, and you'll get quite a bit of shooting in, and then you'll have other parts where you're just running around looting chests. And I'm gonna be quite honest, it gets quite boring, right? I don't think the 3v3 thing works, and the maps are absolutely gigantic. And just looking at the different heroes, or whatever they call it, wardens, I don't know. I find the character designs are very uninspired. The thing about games like Valorant and Overwatch, they actually spend time in crafting these heroes. For this, it looks like punched in a prompt in AI, and here we go. We have Highguard. This game looks like it was made with AI, believe it or not. But that being said, it has some decent shooting. The time to kill is kind of weird. It's The gameplay loop is not clicking for me, and it's definitely getting a lot of criticism than praise. And if you're gonna go jump into this one, definitely recommend waiting. It's definitely not ready yet. Again, the idea of it's very cool. Like you have these bases, and I enjoy playing MOBAs, like tower defense games as well. So the idea is very cool. It's just the execution, it just feels not very well done. And I find there's a lack of player agency, right? A lot of these matches are decided by early momentum. It's hard to make a comeback, if you find you have a weak start, and then it's pretty much the match is decided from there. Otherwise, the abilities, they feel very shallow. I don't feel like they meaningfully change how the outcome of the fight plays out. And also, just I find there's just low skill expression, like gunplay, movement don't really reward precision, or kind of like how you'd find like in Counter Strike, right? That skill gap. It just doesn't have that shooting that makes you want to actually play the game. Even on mounts, right? Like it's the novelty shooting on mounts is kind of flashy at first, but it doesn't really add really long-term depth. And yeah, just overall, some other complaints here is just the downtime, right? There's this super long stretches where you're just looting and traveling with kind of zero action. And the good thing about this game is it's at least free, so it doesn't cost you anything to try it other than your time. Like I spent my time putting into this game just to give you this review. And yeah, at least it has that over Concord. And you know what? Generally, I'll say this is a better game than Concord. Concord was an absolute mess, and it was basically what you'd categorize as woke slop. This game is not so far. Again, the wardens, I keep calling them heroes, but the wardens that you can choose from in this game, again, are very uninspired. And you have that annoying voice acting that you find in all these hero shooters, but it's even more annoying in this game for some reason because they're all being sarcastic. And again, I know they're trying to inject character and personality into these different wardens, but it doesn't pay off when it gets really annoying. And I don't think there's any hero in this game that really stands out for any good reason. That is just the same problem Concord had. When you try too hard to kind of satisfy everybody, it just doesn't work. Graphics wise, this game is heavily inspired by Fortnite, and and it's again, they're trying really hard to make this game look like Fortnite and to make it just like Fortnite. playing on the PS5, and I don't know, I'm not a fan of how this game actually looks. I mean, it doesn't look bad, but it's very blurry at certain points. There's definitely some resolution issues, and yeah, I think it's the same way on PC as well. But again, it's this game. It's just it feels off, right? Like they try so hard to blend the exploration, fast-paced gunplay, magic abilities, different heroes, raids. But they try to put so much into this game, but I find they spread themselves thin. The gameplay loop is just not clicking for me, and I really can see where all the criticism is coming from. And believe me, I try to give this game a fair shot. I was playing for quite a few hours, also to record this gameplay. And I apologize for the quality in terms of the gameplay I'm recording. I actually wasn't recording using my streaming software, so I just, uploaded it directly to YouTube using my PS5, the in-house streaming software there. I couldn't get myself to, play for another few hours to record more gameplay. And that says a lot, right? It's this game has no thing that gets you to come back. I don't have a sense of progression, or you're just literally running around on your horse. And don't get me wrong, the horse, feels good to ride on, and they get some things right, but it's just so uninspired. I think they're just trying too hard to be like other games where it just doesn't pay off. Just the same problem as Concord had, except with this one, it's free to play. So, you know what? I don't want to completely tear this game apart. Like, again, some of the shooting feels okay, even though I don't know, I feel like some of the guns are unbalanced. I don't like any of the heroes, to be honest. And just overall, it's just this game is just really trying hard to be something that it's not. And I think a lot of people are looking for games with a unique edge. We're tired of all these Fortnite, Apex Legends shooters. We want a unique experience, and this game sadly doesn't bring that to us. So yeah, it's going to be hard to recommend this one, even it being a free to play. I don't think it's worth your time. It definitely wasn't worth my time, other than, recording this video for you guys. But, I hope I saved you time so you don't go out and waste your time playing this game, because it's really not, it's really nothing special. And perhaps down the road, it'll improve and they'll do updates. Perhaps they'll increase the player count rather than it being 3v3. But at this point, the maps just feel empty and they're massive. So, yeah, that's kind of my first impression review of this Highguard. I'm definitely not going to recommend it. Don't waste your time. Otherwise, if you like this video, please subscribe to support the channel, or we'll see you on the next one.